students, our today's topic is free radical polymerization. The initiation of the polymer chain growth is brought about by free radicals produced by the decomposition of compounds called initiators. For every polymerization process, we need initiator to carry on the further process of polymerization. So here we use free radicals which are produced by decomposition of compounds and which are called as initiators. Means free radicals acts as initiators in this type of polymerization. The term chain growth represent a process involving a continuous and very rapid addition of the monomer units to form a polymer molecule or polymer chain. Means continuous addition of monomer units takes place to form a polymer chain. A more and more monomer units are added, the length of the polymer chain increases continuously and the chain grow rapidly. So there are various steps in this type of polymerization. The first one is the initiation step, then propagation and deactivation. So deactivation can take place by two methods, that is via termination and via chain transfer. We can deactivate or stop the chain growth by termination process or by chain transfer. अभी टर्मिनेशन की प्रोसेस है वो भी टू टाइप्स की होती है. हाउ? बाय कॉम्बिनेशन एंड डिसप्रपोर्शनेशन. Means when two propagating chains combine with each other, they don't have active centers at their ends. In this way we can terminate the chain growth or chain propagation. Another method is disproportionation. ठीक है? Via chain transfer, how to terminate the chain transfer reaction, chain propagation by reinitiation. Means chain transfer by chain transfer process, how to terminate by reinitiation. So for the beginning of this type of polymerization reaction, the first point is initiator. We need initiator to initiate the polymerization process. So what is the initiator? Initiators are thermally unstable compounds and decompose into products called free radicals. After decomposition of products, we get free radicals. If RR is an initiator and the pair of electron forming the bond between the two R's, this is the bond between the two R's, can be represented by dots. When energy is supplied to the molecule, it is split into symmetrical components. If this bond is break by any energy supplied to the given molecule, then we get two symmetrical components. The two fragments having one unpaired electron, that is lone pair, are called free radical. This one is the free radical and this one also is the free radical. Now start the first step of polymerization, which is the initiation, chain initiation. Free radical is highly reactive and can attack any molecule which either has a lone pair electron or is paired to part with one of its electron. This is what happen is the process of initiation. For process of initiation, we use free radical as a highly reactive center which attract another lone pair or a pair which have a part with one of its electron. This is what happen is the process of initiation. The free radical, that is R, attack the double bond in the monomer molecule, resulting in the chemical change. This one is the free radical which attack with the monomer double bond, and this type of chemical change can take place in this type of reaction. This process can be explained that in a double bond formed between two carbon atoms, one pair of electron consists of sigma electrons, while other pair occupying certain orbitals in the molecule not so close to the nucleus exist as a pi electron. if we denote the sigma electron pair by a dash, if we denote the sigma electron pair as a dash and the pi electron by a two dots, suppose this type of pi electrons, if we represent it by the two dots, the double bond between two carbon atom can be represented by this type, that is sigma. This one is the pi electron instead of this type. The representation of the pi electron pair by two dots itself is not really correct, since the electron exists as a diffuse cloud and are also constantly under spin. But since it is difficult to show an electron diffuse cloud in the formula, the notating using a pair of dots has become an accepted practice. Means this pi electrons is not a true bond. Pi bond is not a true bond. It's a diffuse electron cloud. That's why we represent it by a two dots. The pi electron are not very close to the nucleus and protrude a little away from the axis of the molecule. They are therefore susceptible to attack by other reactive species. These pi electrons are not close to the nucleus, and that's why attacked by the any reactive species. When free radicals are produced by the homolytic decomposition of the initiator, that's why means this type of initiator if we have, then homolytic means equally distributed or equally decomposed to form an initiator. What happen is the free radical interfere with one of the pi electron. If this free radical is formed in homolytic decomposition, this free radical interfere with one of the pi electron and form a normal pair of electron at the sigma level. By combining these pi electron with this radical, they form a normal pi electrons which have a sigma level property. What's happened with the another pi electron? This pi electron pair is transferred to the other end of the molecule. Like the in this reaction, one of the pi electron transferred with free radical to form a sigma level of bond, and another remaining pi electron transferred to the carbon. That's why we get such type of example here. The jump of the dot in the direction of the arrow should be noted. It is as if two of the pi electrons of the monomer molecule divorce, means we can say that they are separated from each other. After separating, they couples with the lone electron present in the free radical to form a sigma bond. Now the next step of polymerization is propagation. Means after initiation, this is the initiation. After initiation comes propagation. In the propagation state, the radical site at the first monomer unit, this one is the radical site of the first monomer unit, attack the double bond of the fresh monomer molecule. Radical site attack the monomer of the fresh molecule, monomer of the fresh molecule. This result in the linking up of the second monomer unit to the first and the transfer of radical site from first monomer unit to the second. क्या होता है कि जब इनिशिएशन में एक जो एंड होता है, यहाँ पर भी आपको दिख रहा है फ्री रेडिकल, यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, तो ये क्या करेगा, दूसरा मोनोमर आ जाएगा तो ये दिस वन एक्ट एज अ एक्टिव सेंटर फॉर दैट मोनोमर. सो मोनोमर की एडिशन होती जाएगी एक्टिव सेंटर पे. इस टाइप से क्या होगा, प्रोपैगेशन होगा चेन. जैसे कि यहाँ पे ये एक्टिव सेंटर है, अभी इसमें एक दूसरा फ्रेश मॉलिक्यूल्स है, उसमें से इसका ये मोनोमर विच हैव अ सिग्मा बॉन्ड एंड pi bond also get combined with this to form such type of molecule. फिर से यहाँ पे एक एक्टिव सेंटर एंड में तैयार हो जाएगा, फिर से एक न्यू मॉलिक्यूल ऐड होगा, उसका मोनोमर इसमें ऐड होगा, फिर से एक प्रोपैगेशन होगा. ऐसे स्टेप बाय स्टेप क्या होते जाएगा, मोनोमर ऐड होते जाएगा और चेन प्रोपैगेशन होते जाएगी. आफ्टर द प्रोपैगेशन कम्स टर्मिनेशन. थर्ड स्टेप क्या है, termination. Any further addition of monomer units to the growing chain is hereafter stop. क्या है टर्मिनेट होना, यानी क्या है मोनोमर के एडिशन स्टॉप हो जाएगी, यानी कि चेन ग्रोथ है वो अरेस्ट हो जाएगी. यहाँ पे एक एक मोनोमर ऐड होते जा रहा था तो चेन क्या होते जा रही थी, प्रोपैगेट यानी लॉन्ग होती जा रही थी. उसको स्टॉप करना, मोनोमर की एडिशन को स्टॉप करना, इट्स कॉल्ड एज अ चेन टर्मिनेशन. Since the decomposition of the initiator produce many free radicals at the same time, each one of them can initiate and propagate the chain growth simultaneously. Initiation में क्या होता था, फ्री रेडिकल्स मिल गए थे और हर एक फ्री रेडिकल ने चेन प्रोपैगेशन स्टार्ट की थी. Hence at any time there may be quite a few growing chains present in the system, dependent on the factors such as temperature, type and monomer and the initiator concentration. There exists a statistical probability of the two growing chains coming close to the colliding with each other. क्या होता है, जो फ्री रेडिकल्स मिल गए थे फर्स्ट इनिशिएशन प्रोसेस में, ये एक फ्री रेडिकल है, ऐसे बहुत सारे फ्री रेडिकल मिले थे, हर एक ने क्या की थी, अपनी एक एक चेन प्रोपैगेशन स्टार्ट की थी. सो लॉट्स ऑफ चेन्स आर फॉर्म बाय दिस प्रोसेस. सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टेम्परेचर, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ इनिशिएटर, टाइम, ये जो फैक्टर्स है अलग अलग, ये फैक्टर से क्या होता है कि ये डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ चेन्स है वो एक दूसरे से क्या होगा, कोलाइड हो जाएगा. कोलाइड होगा तो ऐसा एक एंड आएगा जिसपे फ्री रेडिकल अवेलेबल ही नहीं रहेगा. तो फ्री रेडिकल अगर अवेलेबल नहीं है तो फर्दर चेन प्रोपैगेशन पॉसिबल नहीं है, क्योंकि मोनोमर की एडिशन के लिए क्या चाहिए, हमें एक फ्री रेडिकल चाहिए. तो अगर दोनों भी ऐसे कॉन्टैक्ट में आ जाते हैं, कोलाइड हो जाता है और इस टाइप का मॉलिक्यूल फॉर्म होता है कि जिसमें फ्री रेडिकल या एक्टिव साइट अवेलेबल ही नहीं है. तो ये जो है इसमें क्या होता है कि टू टाइप्स के टर्मिनेटिंग, क्या बोल सकते हैं आप, टू टाइप्स होते हैं टर्मिनेशन के, जैसे बाय कपलिंग एंड बाय डिसप्रोपैगेशन. ठीक है, तो अभी एक एग्जांपल हम देखते हैं. अगर इसके साथ हो रही है कॉम्बिनेशन, दूसरी चेन के साथ, तो दो टाइप से टर्मिनेशन होगा. एक तो बाय कपलिंग, अगर होता है तो ये क्या होगा, इन दोनों में कोलिजन होगा N1. तो इस टाइप से, तो यहाँ कोई एक्टिव सेंटर दिख रहा है क्या, कोई नहीं, एक्टिव सेंटर नहीं है, फ्री रेडिकल अवेलेबल ही नहीं है. सो इसमें क्या होगा, फिर चेन टर्मिनेट हो जाएगी. और बाय डिसप्रोटोनेशन, ये भी एक प्रोसेस है जहाँ पे टर्मिनेशन हो सकती है. वो कैसे, या ये इसमें भी क्या है, फ्री रेडिकल अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो यहाँ पर भी क्या होता है, फिर चेन टर्मिनेशन हो जाएगा.